welcome to this new episode of Continuum Gaming, and today we are going to have a small little episode because, as you may already have noticed, this episode is very late in the end because in general I'm trying to do the episodes at Saturday or Sunday, but today we have it on Monday, and there was just too much to do at the weekend, so I couldn't really do this episode before. And this one will be a small one because I just don't have the time while I'm working and stuff like that to really make bigger ones. But I wanted to give you one this weekend, or week at least two. So here it is. And what we are going to talk about is, of course, the Sailfish OS topic. And there is a new small puzzle game which I really like somehow. And it's called Picross or Picross. And two, for some reason, sometimes it's called not two, so just the first iteration of it, sometimes it's two. In the end, it's a nice little puzzle game, and I want to show you how this game is played and what it can do for you. Okay, and for that, I have more or less the pretty usual thing here. So we are going to use my laptop, which is standing at the side. Here you can see it. And my laptop is going to give you a browser view, more or less, in which you can see everything that is on my smartphone. The smartphone is a Sony Xperia 10 Mark III in this case, and of course Sailfish OS and the newest iteration is running on it. And in the end, what you are going to see here is a little bit delayed to what is on the screen because we're using the technology called screencast. If you want to know more about that, have a look at the corner up there. There's another video where I'm talking a little bit more in depth about that. Other than that, let's start with the first game. I'm going to turn around just to show you the screen while I'm going to play the game. It's a puzzle game. There's not much about delays or something. It really doesn't matter that much for puzzle games, but just for you so you can see what's going on and which of the delays or the stuttering is really something that may be occurring on the smartphone. It's not going to, because it's a pretty fast one if you ask me. But in the end, if there would be some, you could see it on this screen, not on the big screen, because the big screen is going to have a delay by the technology of screencast here, not by the smartphone itself. Okay, so first off, because it's always changing around, I'm going to put orientation here to be set, so it's going to stay in this orientation. Okay, I thought it would, and it does actually on the smartphone, but it doesn't really work for screencast. But whatever, doesn't really matter. Okay, so first off, let's get rid of the settings here. The screencast is going to be available if you install it, but I'm going to just go to Picross. Here it is, new game I installed from the store. You can find probably I'm going to put a link to the game, if I can, in the description. It depends on if it's on the Jolla store or on the Open Web Cross. I think it's on Open Web Cross, so I can do that, but I will see. Otherwise, go to the Jolla store and search for Picross or Picross 2. Here you can see it. Here it's called Picross, while it's going to be called Picross 2 if you're installing it. I'm not sure what really is the case here. Is it Picross? Is it Picross 2? Whatever, it's just fun to play it. So, first off, all you can see at the start is really this screen. It's really very, very simple, and you already can see there are a lot of different levels you can play here. But you will have to go to your drop-down menu here, more or less, and use level select to go in. After that, you can see you have a couple of different levels. First off, let's have a look at the settings too. So, as you can see, there are a couple of different things. For instance, I don't really like that my phone is vibrating while I'm going to play or something, so let's do this. And of course, you can have a couple of different other things here if you want to. So, for instance, you could swipe through difficulties. I'm not going to. And you could, for instance, try to play it with a gamepad. There's not really a reason to do that, so let's do it like this. Okay. I think now it's better in the screen, sorry for that. Anyway, let's go back and go to the level select. And the whole game is about more or less, getting squares in the right positions. I'm going to show you what's going on. As you can see, there are a couple of different levels and options here more or less. So tutorial, of course, is the simplest one. And then you are going to go to easy, medium, hard, expert and insane. And in the end, we are going to start with the first, just to show you what is going on here. After selecting it here, you just go up here, and here we go. And Picross is more or less something, somehow like Sudoku, but not really, and somehow like Minesweeper, but not really neither. So it's something in between. If you have a look at this, you can, for instance, select one of those points here, and there is this number at the top here and at the left. And the top number is just showing you in this row are going to be 3 of these points, and the other one is of course showing you, or better to say the column. The column here is going to be 3 of them, and here in the left you can see it's going to be 3 of them too. So in the end, to solve this, as you can see, if you have solved one of those in the right way, you see we have a green number now, and this means we have this done. And if we go to all these, because it's just the first level, now you have completed this and you can go on. Okay, and after that, next level, let's click on that, and as you can see, it's already being a lot more difficult, but he selected the next level. I didn't play it somehow, so let's go to this one. And here we go. As you can see, 3, 3, and so on. So let's have a look what we need to do here. This is already set more or less. This is probably set 2, and this is 2. Okay, so in the end what you could already see is there was this 1-1 part. 1-1 means first one, and then there is something in between, and then there is the next selected portion, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so let's go to the next level. And this one is already pretty hard to solve, or at least harder than before. As you can see, we have a couple of different options here too, and as you can see, we have all these different parts here. And for instance, let's see, I'm not even sure if clear grid. Let's start with the cleared grid from the start on. So this is more or less what we are going to play with. Okay, so first off, as you can see, we already know we have 2 in this row we need to go with. And it's not going to be like this, or it could be, but it doesn't have to. It can be anywhere else. But as you can see, after a while, if you're putting in too many of those, it's not going to work anymore. And there is this cross, and the cross is more or less giving you something to delete from. So if there is, for instance, let's say here would be a 3, and you need to put it because, for instance, this one needs to be there too, you can use this and it should be fine again. If you're playing it, you're going to see what's going on in this game, and as you can see, you can zoom in if you like to. I'm not really sure why I should. In the end, it's large enough for most of the time, as I think at least. And so you can play it, and you will have to solve all the different puzzles here. As you can see, this seems to be right, so we have 3 of them. And now you really have to do it like in a Sudoku or whatever. So make sure that all the different rows and column definitions are matched. And as you already could see, there are a lot of them. So if we go to easy, for instance, it's locked till now because we didn't get all the things done in the tutorial section here, but you can really go in and do a lot of those. There's this icon, I'm not sure what this is about, if I, for instance, can do it myself, but I think it's just that I played it already. Maybe that is the case, I'm not sure. But as you can see here, so for instance, a 0, so the first part needs to be empty and the next part needs to be empty too. And if that is the case, it can't be done like this, for instance. So let's see what we have to do here. Probably it's something like this, and as you can see, we completed the level 1-4. with this plus sign. Yeah, I would say if you like puzzle games, you should really check this one out. It's an easy to play game, very, very fun to play, and yeah, pretty hard in some situations. So if you're into those kind of games and you like hard puzzles and stuff like that, this one might be exactly what you need to do. And yeah, other than that, I don't think I can show you much more because the game, of course, is pretty simple. Anyway, I really like it. There are a couple of different options here. There is a guest mode, and it's really, really lightweight, so you can play it all the time whenever you want to with all the different stuff here. And if you want, for instance, to restart it again, clear the database and you will be able to restart it again. And I would say, other than that, there's not much to say about this game, but I really like it. Try it out. And yeah, as mentioned before, it's a short episode this time around because I just don't have the time at the moment to do a longer one, but I hope you will have fun with this game till the next time and when I will have another episode with more content in there for you. Other than that, thank you for watching. Please give it a thumbs up nevertheless. And of course, if you want to know more about Sailfish OS or anything in that regard, please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to put out one episode each week, more or less. One of the episodes is going to be alternating with the other. So the first one is probably for a little bit longer Windows 10 mobile based, and the other one is in general Sailfish OS based. And yeah, other than that, sorry that my computer did this for now, it doesn't matter. In the end, I hope you had fun with this episode. Have a great time and see you around for the next episode. Bye. Bye.